Hi guys, welcome to WRED-TV's newest member series, Going for the Three. I'm Kulesa.
And I'm RoseAnn Sapia. This show is all about sports. We'll be talking about the hottest topics around sports and playing some games too. Let's get started.
All right, our first topic is LeVar Ball, Lonzo's infamous father.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
I mean, I think it's good that he's talking about his son, just because he should be encouraging his son at all times if they are his kids. But what worries me is just once he gets to the NBA level, because obviously Lonzo's going to go really early on in the draft.
Like this year,
once,
probably.
Yeah, definitely. Once he's in the NBA, I don't know if the comments are going to stop. They're probably not. But once you get into like that higher level, you know, with the owners involved and everything.
I think the man's a genius, honestly. He is going to get his kid that $1 billion shoe deal. He's a genius. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because, honestly, you as a parent should be talking up your kid. You should be telling them that they're so good, that they're going to beat Steph Curry. Like, my dad used to do that. He used to be like, you know, you're the best on the field. And I think that gave me confidence. And, like, it's working. The kid's going to the NBA probably this year. And it's working, honestly, and everyone makes like such a big stink, but he's so funny.
And
do you see him with Stephen A. Smith?
Yes.
They're just yelling at each other. Like, he's hilarious.
He's so funny.
They're like, you can't beat Jordan. And he's like, come on. I think it's hilarious. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So our next topic is the baseball classic, World Baseball Classic, Team USA.
Yeah, they ran away with it at the end there. 8-0 victory.
8-0 against Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was great because honestly, baseball, everyone's saying it's a dying sport, but I think the whole the whole world came together and everyone's like, oh, this is still fun. And like, did you see the stands? Like all like the Spanish teams, they had
the
like
Puerto Rico games, the Dominican Republic games. It was a party. You don't see that here. Like at baseball games in America, if you just go to the Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, it's not really a party, just kind of watching the game. But with them, it was one big party. Even Japan, they brought out the drums, they'd sing songs.
The cheerleaders, right?
Yeah, I think it's really
cool.
good for baseball.
I thought it was cool to get like international perspective.
Exactly.
Which is awesome. And I think, like, have you ever seen Miami Marlins Stadium that packed? They never sell out.
I know. It's crazy.
I thought it was awesome. And I think it'll be really good because baseball needs, like, a facelift. Like, it needs more views, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
I don't think.
No, I think it's really good. They should definitely try and do it more often, especially that baseball's not in the Olympics anymore.
It's like 3 years or 4?
Every 4 years they've been
doing it.
So it's like the Olympics, but...
Yeah, because like the World Cup's so successful, so I think...
And especially the crowds that they drew. Like you said, like Marlins Park was packed.
I read something. It was like 4 million views or 3 million views for the final.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And like for Team USA to win. Because they've never won before.
Exactly. They never made it out of the second round.
See? Come on.
Yeah.
And then also, like, you guys see all these players that you don't normally get to see because it's not... Because baseball's a regional sport now, so like... I'm not going to see someone from LA.
Exactly.
So I thought it was awesome.
Me too.
And then our next topic about international sports, the NHL has not decided if they're going to the Olympics or not.
Yeah.
And what do you think about this?
So the only time that I watch hockey is in the Olympics. So I think that the fact that these great players won't be able to represent the USA, Canada, all the other countries that they're from, I think the sport's going to be losing something, and the teams, like, how can you send an Olympic team from the USA without NHL players?
I mean, the Olympics is the best in the world. The NHL players are the best in the world. They need to go. It's stupid. Like, I was reading they interviewed all the NHL players, and they all want to go.
Yeah.
Why would you say no to players that want to go?
Exactly.
It's not like they are, like, against it. I mean, I read something about it's in South Korea, and then the next Winter Olympics is in China.
So
but the NHL is interested in going to China. But it's like, really, you're just looking for money. Like Gary Bettman, you're a terrible freaking, what's it called? Commissioner. He's only looking for money, and if it's not good enough money for him, he can't go. He literally said, we want compensation.
Exactly.
And I get why the owners wouldn't want, you're not making money, but they need to make out a deal. But if the players want to go, they should go.
Yeah, and the players do want to go because it's like the same thing we saw with the World Baseball Classic. They love representing their countries.
It's like patriotic, and it's so intense. Like the countries get behind, and I'm all about it. And it's a good marketing, because you're marketing all around the world, and people don't normally get to see NHL players are seeing it. So then people are gonna be like, oh, I'm a fan of this player because they did this for my country. Like, think about Sidney Crosby winning the gold medal. He was like the biggest guy. So it'd be awesome.
It would.
I think. Any other?
No, I think they should definitely go. They should definitely participate. I don't see why they wouldn't, other than the financial aspect, but you'd be taking a lot away from the sport. And
you don't want to make your players angry.
Yeah.
They play for you.
Exactly.
Like Alex Ovechkin said, he's going to go anyway. So put them in.
Yeah.
All right. And so now we're going to play a little game called Woohoo and Whoops.
So basically, we're going to be looking at pictures that capture some of the woohoo and whoops moments in the world of sports. And then we're going to pick our favorite woohoo and whoops moment.
The moment.
This picture is from March 21st. Both worst has to play ejected and suspended, but none of them connected. This is hilarious. Do you see this?
It's hilarious. He's like, you know what you do when you look at, you're like, oh, a little baby, chunky. I don't even, it's hilarious.
It's really funny.
Or they're about to like make out or something. I don't even know. It's so funny.
It's really bad.
Our next moment was from March 23rd, when the Arizona Wildcats were upset by Xavier in the Sweet 16. They lost by 2 with the shot clock running down. Alonzo Trier put up a 3 with some space, but Rouse was in at the buzzer, and they lost 73-71.
Yeah. You can see the disappointment.
Look
at Riley Elkins. It really totally captures the moment. Especially they had it. It was right there for them to take. It was wide open.
I mean, I feel for him. Sports break your heart. And I had them in my Final Four, so I'm not happy about that.
A lot of people not happy about that. And our final whoops moment, of course, none other than LeVar Ball. On March 24th, UCLA lost to the Kentucky Wildcats. Doesn't look too happy here. And his son didn't really do too good that game either.
Look how much this man cares. He's crying.
I know.
Do you see parents do that? That's so
good.
Sweet. I mean, it's not sweet. It's kind of pathetic, but like, look.
Very invested.
Listen, he got heart.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It is.
Everyone's laughing. And so now our woohoo moments. So we have on last week, on March 22nd, USA defeated Puerto Rico 8-0. And I love this picture because it's just a classic win with the confetti, and they're all screaming and happy, and they're holding up the trophy.
It's a great shot.
It's just iconic.
Joe Torre's down there too.
That's Joe Torre. Oh, he's so cute. It just, I love it.
It like totally captures the moment. Like the confetti completely adds to it.
Championship.
It's really perfect.
I love it.
Me too. Our next woohoo moment is from this past Friday, when Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns scored 70 points against the Boston Celtics. They did lose, but he scored 70. Youngest ever to score 70, and that's the most since Kobe's 81 in 2006. I personally love this picture. It's the background on my phone. But I think like just the darkness of the background and him just with the finger up in the air. And the fact that his number is 1, it just, I don't know, everything just ties together.
It's just iconic. Like, this is when you look back, this is a sports picture.
Yeah.
This is like...
This one we'll remember forever.
This is like the Joe Namath, #1 after he won the Super Bowl in 1969 or something. And the fact that this kid is 20 years old, that's awesome.
Crazy.
Like, I'm 20 years old sitting
I
here,
know.
and he's doing this,
out there
scoring 70 points. That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
All right, our next one is from March 25th, when the Oregon Ducks defeated Kansas. Again,
Upset.
Another team I had in my Final Four, gone. Jordan Bell and Tyler Dorsey were talking in media, and I love this picture because they have the net like tied on their hand, their head, and their like neck, and it's just so silly. And I don't know, everyone's always so serious with the media, so this is cool because they're just being silly, and I like that.
Exactly. And I think like it really shows how happy they are, just because nobody goes to press conference with the hoop around their neck. And he's got the thing right there with him.
I mean, it was an upset.
Yeah.
Who was expecting Oregon to go
I know,
in?
really
So,
nobody.
it just captures their excitement, and I like it.
Me
That's what
too.
sports are all about.
Yeah. So what's your favorite whoops moment?
Whoops. I have to go with LeVar Ball, the boy. It's so funny. I mean, it's not funny. The poor guy is crying, but it's just an iconic picture, and the memes were hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that picture. What about you?
I think I'd have to pick the Lopez-Ibaka fight. It's just I watched that, like seeing that in real time, and then looking at that picture, like because it really was he's throwing punches, he completely missed him. But you see that one, he's got him right there, and you're like, oh, something happened. No, nothing happened. But
So
they were both
crazy.
suspended, so
Probably shouldn't have done that. So what's your favorite woohoo?
like that's the question. It's definitely Devin Booker's 70 points. That I love that picture and see what he's been doing. Like he needed a game like that. His career high before that was not even 40. It was 39. I was like, yes, 40
pretty
points. Then he
high.
goes on and gets 70. I'm like, yes, that's my moment.
I mean, he's
What
20.
about you?
It's a lot to do. Mine is the Oregon Duck one, the 2 players. I think that's great.
Yeah.
It's candid. I love it.
Mhm.
And I love when people are excited after they win. And it's different, so I
Yeah.
like it.
Me too.
So now we have our final game of the day.
Yes. It's time for
for
Kiss, Commit,
or
Ghost.
So this week's theme is NHL hockey players. So we have 2 sets of 3 players, and you're up first. So first, we have our NHL
Look at these
superstars,
pictures.
some
Yes.
cuties. We have Sidney Crosby from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Tyler Seguin from the Dallas Stars, or Henrik Lundqvist from the New York Rangers. Who would you kiss, commit, or ghost?
Okay, so the easy part is Sidney Crosby commit. He's my favorite hockey player. When I watch hockey, I root for Team Canada, you know, in the Olympics, because of him. And I love Penguins. He's on the Penguins, so definitely that's my commit. The other 2, it's kind of hard. I love like when we were discussing them, like little fun facts. You have Swans in the band, and like
Yeah,
has a lot of
Lundqvist.
fun. I think I would have to kiss Lundqvist and unfortunately ghost on Seguin, just because Lundqvist has done like so much already in his career, and he just seems like a really fun guy.
Very handsome man.
And how about you?
Okay, this is hard. 'Cause I love all these men. As much, I'm a big Penguin fan, but sorry, Sid, I'd have to ghost him because he's not as cute as Tyler and Henrik. And I just like Tyler's like tattoos, but I would kiss him because you can't trust a man with a lot of tattoos. And then Lundqvist is just the king of New York. He's the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
And I would get a lot of brownie points to my dad, so I would commit to Lundqvist.
For our next set of players, we have Kevin Hayes of the New York Rangers, Brad Marchand of the Boston Bruins, and Brent Burns, San Jose Sharks. Kiss, commit, ghost, go.
They're so, ooh. Okay. I hate Brad Marchand, so he's ghosting. I would never even acknowledge his existence. Kevin Hayes, I'd kiss and just get it over with because, whatever, he's from New York. Well, he plays for New York. And Brent Burns and married, or commit.
Same thing.
Same thing. Because he's hilarious. He wears like the funniest ties and suits to games, and he must be fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
I completely agree. I
Everyone?
totally agreed with you. It's Brent Burns, like he just looks like a fun guy, and he's like
He has
the
no teeth.
stereotypical hockey player. And yeah, like he's
Hopefully
the way he
wears
dresses,
dentures.
like that's so much fun. So definitely commit to him. Kiss Kevin Hayes, like you said, and then ghost on Brad Marchand.
Can't do it. I hate Boston.
I know.
I would never.
Well, that's all we have for today.
We'll be back next week with more topics and games.
Until then, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WRED-TV.
This has been
Going for the 3.